Rounding whole numbers. Whole numbers are counting numbers. And it starts with 0 and continues on. So like 1, 2, 3, and so forth until infinity. Whole numbers cannot be decimals, fractions, or negative. So let's go ahead and look at the place value. So if we're looking at this large number, right, it's going to be 5,174,392. So let's go ahead and look at the 2 right here first. And this is going to be our ones place value, right? And then we're going to move on to the left. So now we have our tens, hundreds. Then we have, right, this comma, so it's going to indicate to us that we're changing into now our thousands. Then we move on to the 7, which is our 10,000s. You can see, right, a pattern here, right, like tens, right, and then we have hundreds, thousands, which is kind of like the ones, right, it's just that. We have 10,000s, and then we're going to have 100,000s right here at the 1, right? And then we're going to have this comma, so it indicates we have a change, and now we have our millions. And then let's go over rounding rules, which will help us in how we round whole numbers. So rounding rules, if it's between 0 to 4, we're going to round down, and if it's between 5 to 9, we're going to round up. So let's go over examples to see. So example 1, a local business made $9,852 in sales last month. Round 9,882 to the nearest 100. Let's go ahead and rewrite this. If we're going to round the nearest 100, let's go ahead and indicate where the 100 is. So we have a 2, so that's our ones, tens, hundreds. So let's go ahead and underline it. Now when we round, we're actually going to look to the digit to the next to it, to the right. Let's go ahead and circle that. And now, right, if it's between 0 to 4, we round down. Between 5 to 9, we round up. And we see that it's in between the 5 to 9, so that means we're going to round up. So that means, right, 9,882, right? We're asking, essentially, is it closer to 9,800, because that's the 100, right? That it's between, or 9,900. And we're showing that this is 8, so it's between 5 to 9, so that it's closer to 9,900. So we're rounding up, right? And so what happens then is that this 100 is going to change, right, to the 9. We rounded up. And then everything after is just zeros. So notice the tens in the ones place is just zeros. So 9,900 is our solution. So now let's go ahead and look at another example. So a family's monthly budget is $2,624. Let's round that to the nearest 10. So if we have 2,624, and we're looking at the 10, so we have ones and tens. So we're going to go ahead and circle that forward to indicate if we're rounding up or down. So when we're looking at this, let's kind of just put this in perspective. Are we going down, which is going to be 2,620, or we're going to go ahead and round up to 2,630. So which 10 is it closest to? Well, we know if it's between 0 to 4, we're going to go ahead and round down. So that would be to the 20. If it's between 5 to 9, we round up. So the 0 just indicates going up. So that would be the 30, right? And so we see that it's a 4. So we're going to go ahead and round down. So we're going to round down to the nearest 10, which is 2,620. So that would be our answer right here. So let's go ahead and look at the last example. Example 3. Round 137,324 to the nearest 1,000. So we have our ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So we're going to go ahead and just underline the 1,000 because we're going to look to see if we round down or up on that one. But we look to the digit to the right of it to determine that. So that would be the 3. So we're asking just to put it on a scale. So are we rounding up, right, to the nearest 1,000? So 138,000, or are we rounding down? And let's go ahead and look. So we're looking at that 3. Is it between, right? If it's between 0 to 4, we round down. Between 5 to 9, we round up. So we see it's a 3, so we know we're rounding down. So this would be our solution. So once again, notice that we changed the 3 to a 0, the 2 to a 0, and the 4 to the 0, because we're looking at the nearest 1,000. So, right, and we're closest to the 137,000 than the 138,000. So just remember everything after the digit that we changed, right, if we round down or up, will become a 0 after. So this is our solution.